Hello, everyone. Welcome to Practice Time with Ms. Rhona at a new time, the official new time that we're going to hopefully stick with. My name is Rhona May Arca, and I am a registered music teacher in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So this is a series where you get to hang out with me in my practice room, the studio, as I work through some of my pieces and technical challenges, as well as my students' technical requirements and any challenges that they're having. Basically, it's like open studio hours. So for any students who are, off school and, they've got a piece that, they're kind of wobbly on, they can chime in with the comments and I can take a look at their pieces. Otherwise, we're just going to go through the to-do list. So, I didn't fully do my stretches this morning. I kind of got distracted, so I better start with that. And I'm going to just put the overhead camera up. So for those who've been, checking out the replays, just to let you know, I am changing the time. We're going to stick with Friday afternoons. That seems to be the ideal time. It was the original time when we first went into lockdown where I had open studio hours so that students could pop in and ask a quick question. And just going down to the one live stream a week just to give me a bit of time to dedicate to, those office tasks that need a bit more time, and also to concentrate on some of the other projects, so like the technical requirements, videos, and teacher demos that there seems to be a greater need for. So that's kind of the push towards just doing the live stream once a week. And just to balance energy as well, because as you know, working online and studying online and playing online does get draining, no matter how much you love what you're doing. All right, so first up is ear training, rhythm, and sight reading, or keyboard harmony. So I've pulled out my grade 9 Con-Can student's keyboard harmony book, and I'll use that to warm up with. I just have to find where she left off. She's working through C minor. I think I've read through page 20. So this is the Keyboard Harmony Enhanced Level book by Deborah Wanless, a Canadian teacher and composer and pedagogue. So it's a wonderful series. Oh, I did not notice this in the back. So for those of you who are taking a look, if you hop to the very end, starting at page 100, Deborah has various key progressions, additional progressions for quick reference. So very common chord progressions in a lot of pop music, as well as classical. She's got major triads. Okay, she's going through all the chord charts here. And then the very back is kind of an appendix of accompaniment patterns. So just the different possibilities that you can use when you're recording, which I'm just checking to see. Yep, okay, I'm familiar with all of them. Okay, so going back to where my student and I have been plugging away. Okay, so I'm going to take a peek at perhaps I'll take a peek at page 21 for those of you who have the book. And I'm going to work through Mozart's Gigue. Yeah. So it's an E flat major, this excerpt. Oh, nope, C minor. C minor. I'm seeing B flats, several B naturals. So it is definitely C minor. we are supposed to use 1, 1, 6, or 5, 7. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just taking a skim through, just trying to figure out, okay, so starting on 1, and it looks like I could go up to 4. 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 4, 5. That could be 1. Or 6, I suppose. And then 1. Okay, we'll give it a shot. So, for those of you who are working on keyboard harmony, whether it's for an exam or for, something that you have to do for choir or, just for fun, take that time. So you want to figure out your key signature, double check the time signature, and make note of patterns. A lot of times with the chords, you can break things down to 1, 4, and 5. So you heard me kind of look through, and I was looking to see, 6, 8 time. If there's a triplet, do most of those notes belong to the 1 chord, 4 chord, or 5 chord? And then kind of ascertain from there. Because it's not rocket science, as my chem teacher would say. Okay, so let's go. 1, 4, 6, 1, 5, 7. Back to 1, maybe. No, I'm going to go 2, maybe. Or no, I'll keep it at 5, 7. And then 1. Back to 4. 5, 7. And let's go back to 4. I'll put it in an inversion though. Back to 5, 7. I'm using an inversion. Okay. I'm going to do one more G major. We got G major progressions on the next page in G minor, so I think I'm just going to pick one of each. Oh, there's like 6. Okay, I'll do the first one in G major. So it's a 1 chord. 1, 6, 4, 5, 7, and 1. And then I'll jump down for fun to the G minor and try the third one. So we got 1. I don't like that fingering. Okay, but that's not normal triad fingering for that inversion. Okay, I'm just going to play what's comfortable for my hand, because that's really what it really comes down to. Okay, 4. 1, 6, 4, cadential 6, 4. Dropping down to the 7. I'm going to go down an octave for fun. Okay. All right, so I'm going like fairly slow so you can see what I'm doing, but I should probably do a faster read through, a more realistic read through. So I'm going to take a peek at this next one. In the Evening by the Moonlight by J.A. Bland. So I actually have chord symbols listed on the top, so that'll decrease thinking time. So, all right. I think I'll try 4/4. Maybe I'll try one of these accompanying patterns in the back. I'll try broken chord just to make it a bit more interesting and, challenge it. So, I'm just deciding. I'll go down here. Okay, perhaps I should have actually taken the time to read through it first and skim through it. Okay. Okay, so moving on to the next task for the day. So one thing with me going down to one stream a week is that this will turn out to be just a regular length practice because the list gets significantly longer. All right, so I've got, oh yes, my two girls that are working on Taylor Swift. So first one, I'm working on, okay, it's Lover. So we were discussing what to do with page turns because that seems to be the big challenge with pop songs. There's so many pages. They're long arrangements, especially if it's big print. And then the page turns very often are in strange places. So let's see. Yeah, this first page turn is at the beginning of a phrase where we have can we. And then the next page turn is on can. And then it goes back to can I go. And then the next one actually makes the most sense because it's the end of a sentence, so you can take a bit of extra time. The coda. And the last one actually makes a bit of sense as well because there's a comma. So as a singer, one would take a breath in that spot. So I think it's really just the first couple that I'm going to drill. See if I have any insights to share with my student. So I'm just going to start at the last phrase of this second page of the song. So we got it should be. So that's the end of the phrase. I would just memorize the can we and then I think that will work the smoothest. I'm going to try that again. And actually, I'm going to switch cameras. So I'm going to put the pedal cam on because this is my student who piano is her second instrument. So pedaling is, she's still getting used to pedaling. I thought I had that straight. Nope. There we go. All right, so we got. I mean, you could change on every single beat. I'm going to try that one more time and do that. It could work. Okay, so the other option would be to memorize always be this close on the third page of the song. But, I mean, really, it's just a lot easier to memorize two 16th note Ds than it is to memorize a bar and a half. So my recommendation to my student would be to, pick the page turn point that requires the least amount of memorization. Okay, next part. So we've got 5. Okay, hang on. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. Okay, so I think she did tell me she has that memorized, but I would definitely turn that page before playing can. So here's all. Play that E as you're turning the page. And turn there. that would be, yeah, I think the smoothest page turn, really. I mean, that's going to change for everyone, really, but if you follow the punctuation of a song, that does make it a bit easier. So, yeah, for those of you just popping in now and tuning in, welcome to Practice Time with Ms. Rhona. This is a series where you hang out with me as I practice. So, because we also need to run through our students' pieces and, you know, keep our chops up. See where their potential trouble spots may be, and work through our own as well so that we don't, you know, our skills don't get dulled. Okay, next piece is another Taylor Swift song. So my student is jumping to the next section. Oh, yes. Yay! I have to thank my yesterday me for writing what spot exactly I'm going to run through for her. I have a little bit of my cafe mocha there. Okay, so this student is, she's injured her left arm, so poor right hand's got to take everything, so chords, percussion, melody. So just to run through this new part for her. I think I'm going to start at the beginning of the phrase. So we've got "and snakes and stones never broke my bones," that part. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and oh, that's an F sharp major. 4, and 2, and 4, and 1. So as I'm running through this, I'm trying to think of how she can fill the harmonies underneath. There are some spots where it's written in, like here. And we're still G major, okay. So F sharp major, and then D major. Could do this. All right, I'm actually going to take the headphones off. I just need to give my ears a little bit of a break. Oh, my nose is ticklish. Because I forgot to take my allergy meds. Actually, no, I have to run out later and get allergy meds. Although I'm kind of reluctant to because it's Friday the 13th today. If I can just stay home, that would be ideal. Okay, let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, no, and 4, and then I would do that. 2, 3. And then that way you can complete. Now, if you're doing keyboard harmony and you're adding harmonies, just make sure that the tune, the melody, is on top. Don't put the harmony notes underneath. Or you want to put them underneath, shall we say. You don't want them to go on top, otherwise the ear gets very confused over what it's supposed to be singing or listening to. Oh, okay, so on to one of my Monday students' pieces. So this one, you can see the space theme in the background. My students and I, we are going to have a piano party tomorrow. And after the performances, I promised them that we would play Among Us. So I tried out the game last night. Very cool. I can see what the hype's about. It's totally dope. Okay. So my student has been plugging away at this. She's working on polishing it. I am working on polishing it as well because I hope to be recording a teacher demo video of this soon. So what I'm going to work on is speed in the spots where I know I have a tendency to slow down. So that'll be. I'm just looking over to see where do I know that I typically slow down. Well, maybe I'll just put the metronome on. It looks like the last time I ran through this, I was at 52. Oh, I think the other thing I'm going to do is grab some dice. So those of you who caught, I'm missing, oh, there's my D8, who caught the Wednesday stream saw these guys. So my polyhedral or D&D dice. So my students and I use them periodically to make things quite fun. Oh, I haven't marked starting stations. Okay, I'm going to roll for bar numbers then. So 105, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here's my D100. And I'll grab a D10. That's 110 bars. Okay. So I'm going to roll. Okay, 98. I'm going to start drilling at 98 and see how my speed is there. Oh, there. Okay. So I'll drill the last 3 lines in a bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I was thinking of the earlier part. Okay, so obviously tempo issue there at the tail end because I got off guard. So. Okay, I'm going to drill that one more time without the metronome. So. Okay, one more time, but with the metronome. So. 1 triplet, 2 triplet. I'm still thinking of the beginning. Jeez. 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Now I'm behind. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2, 1 triplet, 2. That's the speed I want to get at. Closer. Okay, so. It's just the beginning. It's like 105 or 104, 105, 106. So I'm going to isolate that. Let's try with this guy. All right. So now just to make sure I've got it, I'm going to go back to what I rolled, which was 98. Okay. So, oh, with the metronome. So. So as you can see, you need to try it a few times and start in a few different spots. It's never a good thing to practice it exactly the same way, starting in the exact same spot every single time. Because we all know that weird things happen in performance, and it's not always on bar 1. Bar 11. Okay. Oh, that's a nice, good spot. And it's actually very similar to what I was just stumbling on earlier, so it's a good way to reinforce the differences. Oh, metronome. Okay, again. I just blanked out. Okay, good. So this actually wasn't the drill I was planning to do. This just kind of popped into my head randomly today. I was actually planning to do like the every other bar drill or the trading twos drill. So if you're not too sure what the trading twos drill is like, well, listen to some jazz. Listen to two musicians trading 2 bars. Or hop onto our Instagram. There's a little demo on there, or our Facebook page. Okay, well, I might as well stick with this drill today. Perhaps next time I'll do the every other bar drill. Or the trading twos. I'm going to roll. We'll test another one. 92. Apparently these dice like the end. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's going back another couple lines. That held together fine. So I'm going to try rolling again. 55. So, yeah, if you head to some of those dice shops that I listed in Wednesday's stream, you'll see there's so many different kinds of dice sets. It's quite incredible. Okay, 55. Oh, right there. Oh, that's a different section. Okay. Smack dab middle in the piece. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay, so that stumped me. I gotta do that without the metronome for a bit. I'm not too sure why. I think just because the pattern changed, which explains mostly everyone's issues. Okay, again. So this will need a little bit more work. It's definitely not ready to record yet. But it is nice to just take this completely out of context and nothing like using the dice to do that and make it trickier, more challenging. Okay. Next up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this piece, yes. One of my Zelda boys. Okay, so he is on to page 3-ish. 4-ish. Okay, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit because I don't think I've really looked too far ahead. I just have to decide where I'm starting from. Maybe 41. Okay, so this is going to be sight reading for me, so it's going to be kind of messy ish, but one of those things that has to be done. I'm just going to do a quick check to make sure everything's okay, which, you know, needs to be done periodically. I'm just going to also make sure, okay, that it is the correct mic. Because of that one stream where it was the wrong mic, or actually 2 streams. That happened with Music Ministry Hour 2. Okay, so 41, and I'm going to try sight reading to the end. Awesome. Okay, this is going to be fun. Should be keeping it steady. I should have picked a slower tempo. My student and I will have to talk about fingering in that spot. 2 octaves higher, not here. Okay. Why not just rate it in treble clef then? My gosh, okay. I'm just guessing notes. Okay, no, it's still 2 octaves higher. Wait a sec, that should be here. No. Oh, I read that wrong. I totally read that wrong. Okay, 47. That sounds way better. Yeah. I think that is. That sounds much better. Okay, so. No. A, C, E, that's an F sharp. Okay. Oh. That sounds disgusting. Okay. Okay, so we go 1, triplet, 2, 2, triplet, 1, triplet, no, 1, triplet, 2, triplet, 1, think I counted that right. But 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Oh, good grief. That's way too many ledger lines. Okay. I'm assuming that's a G. No, that could be a D. Okay, so. C, F. I don't know, it should be that. And this will be left hand, sure. Okay, so we got 1 triplet, 2 triplet, or something like that. 1 triplet, 2. Thank God for repeating bits. I should be looking ahead. Okay, oh, ottava below, okay, sure. Yikes, man, seriously? Okay. And then up here. See, now they wrote that one in treble clef. They should have done that back in bar 47. That would have made reading so much easier. Something like that. Back to C. Nope, that should be a C. And then I'm gonna guess that's a G. No, that doesn't sound done. That is way too many ledger lines is what it is. Okay. E, C, A, F, D. It's a C. Yeah, that sounds done. Okay. All right. Well, that's quite something. So I can honestly say that I have finished sight reading through the whole thing, just not all in one go. Okay, that's going to take some work. I am going to just check. There was a spot where I know my rhythm was kind of wonky. So page 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Okay, that I think I was okay. It was more probably 52, so I want to review that. 1 trip, yeah. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1. That's it. Okay, so that should be the rhythm for 52. Okay, I'm going to try 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, Oh, 57 I should review. I'm going to write in some of these. These are way crazy high. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ledger lines. So A, C, E, G, B flat, D. That is, it's D7. Hang on. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, D7. Okay. That'll make my life easier if I say which one it is. Oh, yeah. Classical musicians probably aren't as familiar with that concept. C1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, D7, that's D7. Okay, so that is going to help me with reading that. This is C1, that very last one. And I mean, these were added in the modern era, these last notes that are like barely seen on the overhead camera there. I'll need to adjust that. So I've just been calling them A0, B flat 0, B0. Okay, so I wanted to review bar 57. So it'll be oh, jeez. It is literally a dominant 7th chord for G minor. Oh my goodness. That takes away the thinking. That's why technique has to be practiced. So okay, so one triplet, 2 triplet. Hang on. Am I counting that right? 6, 4. No, that's let. So 1 triplet, no, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1. Gosh, the notation's nuts on these video game songs. They are, as I've said before, I don't mind the students coming in with these because it really tests our reading and our sense of rhythm. Okay, so that I'm glad I actually really ripped that apart. That was overdue. Okay, so next, oh yes. Okay. So Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, dropping music. Okay, my student asked for a specific spot that I work on. The new part. So, yeah, I'll put links down below, like I have with previous sessions, to the books that my students and I have been using. So if you're hearing songs that you want to learn, you can get your hands on the books. Or digital sheet music. Okay, so I'm starting page 9. I'm just a poor boy. Oh yes, and we've been making the adjustment of doing the tune. And then we got oh, no, I'm missing a G flat. Okay, let me try. He's just a poor boy. Very chromatic. Speaking of page turns and odd spots, and then yeah, my student and I will switch to the melody here. See, they have a B flat. No, that seems like a typo to me. has nothing there. I would just go down here for ease. This is so operatic, isn't it? I still can't believe he can hit this note. My God. Or that he could. All right. Well, my student and I will have to decide if she's going to go up for that really high bit. So if we go, oh, mamma mia, and then up here. And then just do this up high to match what Freddie actually sang. It's insane that he sang that high. Just insane. Absolutely insane. Okay. And then, that. And then move, the right hand. Yeah, I think she and I are going to have to figure out where we're going to go up to sing or to play what Freddie actually sang, and when we're going to play where the piano is written. But, yeah. Fun song. Okay, I'm just going to take a look at this part, because we have... Okay, so we have 1 triplet, 2 triplet, no, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, so how to get that faster to where it really, really is? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and then we got 1, 2, so 1, da, 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 da. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, I guess I'm not too far off. Okay. I'll do that again another day to really reinforce that, but tempo-wise, not too bad. Oh, okay. Now to the stuff that needs a lot of practice. My 3 advanced students are now on the same day. Okay, we'll start off with Over the Rainbow. Okay, there was a section that she wanted me to work on, I think. Oh, leading to the new part. Okay. So I'll start in the B section and just run through that, because that always needs work. Make sure I have the right, yeah. So I know in some ways it would be kind of, it's nice to just have the single camera view, but on other hand, yeah. It's kind of nice to have that view too, so. Well, we'll give the dual view a shot. Let me know in the comments if what you prefer, if you want just the overhead for practicing, or you like to see the two views. Okay, so I'm gonna just ditch the pedal for now. Yeah, my student and I were dealing with fingering yesterday. So just making sure that logical fingering is being used. So start with what they have and then, you know, adjust to your physiology. Okay. Okay, so this is highly chromatic. I want to take the time to analyze what these chords are. Is this like a, what key are we in? Is it like an E minor with a sus4? Is it an E7, 9, 11? It could be an E11 chord too. Highly likely. Either way, I'm going to do count drill on this. Lordy, that sounds jazzy. Okay, dominant 7th, major 7th, D7 with an augmented 5. G7, G minor 7. It is a G minor 7 with a flat 5 again. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we got a sequence of that. So that seemed to go well, so I'll drop one repetition. And I know that usually needs a second run through. Before I attempt this. Nice. Yays. Okay. Normally I would do that again. I just, you know, for the sake of time and trying to get through everything, I'm just going to leave it be for now. Okay, so that should use the almost the identical fingering. as in the first phrase. Oh, and then it changes. The flats there. Okay. Now I remember. I did promise my student I would look at this because that's where I left off when she walked in on her lesson. So I got. Okay, so hang on. 1, 2, 3. Wait, is that a B flat or hang on. Yeah, that's a C natural. Okay. Okay, so we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and. Okay. So 1 and 2. Okay, I'm just going to break it down here. No, that should be. Okay. So I'm just going to leave the grace notes. So those of you who know this piece, in Bar 26, I just want to get the bulk, the meat and potatoes of the chords. Wait. So now we're going to add. And then literally home free after that. Chopin-esque. It's making me think of his that Prelude in E minor. Okay, 26 is a beast. Holy crud. Okay. But, I mean, those are grace notes, so it's got to be, oh boy. I'm going to leave that be for now. So when you're drilling treble spots, just be mindful of the number of repetitions. You definitely need at least 3. But there is that sweet spot, and then it's like a bell curve. After that, your brain and your ears just start tuning out. So you got to stop before you hit that point or as you get close to that spot. Otherwise, there's it's just not as effective. And I just hit that spot. Okay, let me grab this. Okay, so I finally printed off all of this. Okay, so my student is working through. Oh, okay. I've marked what I have to drill today. So she just started the spot, and it's a spot that is awkward, requires a bit of coordination. So that's also something that I need to work on. You'll see in a sec, actually. And maybe what I'll do is this one I'm just going to do overhead. Because Animenz does really insane arrangements. And kudos to all the people who sit there and transcribe. Holy crap, so we have. Okay, hang on. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. This is bar 20. I started at 29. Oh, wait, where am I? Okay, I'm just going to deal with that much because I was talking with her about dealing with things, treble spots in small sections. So we have. Wait. Okay, so I'm adding little layers here and there, so I'm not going to deal with yet. So I'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then that repeats, so we're going to leave that be. I'm going to drill that a couple more times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so now let's add that final layer of that. So 1 and okay, and then because the next part is the same, I'll carry on. Then we got still treble clef, so 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then down here. Now I'm sight reading, so this is going to be fun. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I counted that wrong. Hang on. Okay, 41. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I mean, I see a line there. It's saying that the melody's moving down, but I'm just trying to see where that fits in. That should line up. Okay. Well, I am going to start at 34, 6, 30, well, 36. Yeah, sure. Okay. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Nope. Oh, that comes down on the and by the looks of that. Okay, so let's try that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, that's 44. So I went a little bit further than my student has gone. Hopefully that gives her a good idea. Yeah, hopefully that gives my student a good idea on how to drill, especially bar 29 to 35. Because that's how I practiced it, and that's how I will keep practicing it, just to really reinforce it. So yeah, with a lot of these pieces, well, anytime it's a little complicated, don't be afraid to break it down. And you can, if you're not my student, check with your teacher and see, ask how that can be done in stages. And then, eventually it gets easier. So, yeah, think of dungeon diving or going up a tower, back to gaming references. So master that first level first, and then, add a little bit of difficulty, until you can handle the rest. Okay, next up, John Field, yes. Okay, so I've got my Petrucci Library, the public domain copy here, as well as the Kalmus edition. I'm just gonna drill the ending really, and the top of page 5, so the last page. The two areas that the three actually, areas that are the most technically challenging. So I think I'm actually going to deal with, is it 3? Oh yeah, it is 3. Okay. Which one should I deal with first? Probably the one at the end. Or maybe 4. Okay, so I'm going to define my problem spots today as 1 being the top of page 5, the crazy little delicatamente problem spot. Next problem spot will be bar, there are no bar numbers. I'll have to sit and figure that out. So the bottom of the third last line, just the very end, and do those 3 bars, and then the next 3 bars. Oh, those are 3 problem spots. Okay. I don't know what I'll do for the 4. I want a dice. I want to roll my d4. That's why I was trying to figure that out. So, I guess maybe if I roll a 4, I re-roll. Oh, okay, 1. Oh, the delicatamente part. Okay. right, so I'm actually quite surprised. Let me put the overhead camera up as well. I'm quite surprised. I haven't run through that in a while, a few weeks to be honest, so that wasn't bad so long as I keep it at that speed. So, hang on. Cafe mocha time. Okay. Let's see. Once again, and then I will roll for another. Actually, no. We'll run through it once, and then we'll do another spot, and hopefully the D4 will be very good at making me go back and forth. Or it just tells me to play that spot again. Sure. Oh. Okay, let's see if the D4 gives me something completely different now. 3. Okay, that'll be the last one. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth last bar. I am gonna break that down. So left hand, we have. That's a D. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna block that. So we have. F7 chord, okay. B diminished 7th. E flat major. E diminished. F minor 7, and cadentia 6/4, dominant 7th, and then 2 bars of 1. Okay. Once again, chording. So that's the F7. That's a B diminished 7th. Yep. E flat major. E flat. No. E diminished. F minor. So it's the leading tone of F minor. And then we got. Yeah, that C flat is throwing me off at the moment. And then. Okay, let's check out the right hand. God, that sounds so Chopin-esque. Okay. I'm just trying to think of what drill would be the most effective to do here. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a beat and then just the downbeat of the next one. So a beat and a bit. Get comfortable with, oh, that should be that. off. Hang on. Okay. Let's add the rest of that beat then. Okay. So I'm doing small groups and just inching forward to the next beat. Okay, that's definitely going to need some extra drilling. Well, we'll do one more roll. One again. Okay, you know what? I haven't done two. My D4 is not cooperating with me. My D4. Let's drill the other spot that I wanted to look at, and then we'll call it. Move on to the next piece. So we got. I'm just gonna go through that part again. Left hand's straight enough. That's pretty funky. Okay. So that's coming along. Wow, the dice this week has been really good at changing things up for the most part. Okay, the last student piece that I want to run through, my grade 10 students piece, and this is only because it's, and she is in polishing mode. I do want to get a firmer handle on it. Just, yeah. Because I've listened to it more than I've actually drilled it. So I do want to change that, just trying to get a firmer sense. Get inside the piece, if that makes sense. Yeah. But I'm not too sure where to take it from. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 lines. I think because I've spent a good chunk drilling the beginning and like little bits, I'm just going to make it harder for myself and pull out the D12. Enroll that, and it will choose what line I'm going to practice. And we'll do this 3 times. So, oh, line 12. Okay, it wants me to drill the end. Okay, I'm going to actually start a bar before. Yeah, there. Because that would be a more logical place to start. Let's try. So I got through it, but definitely starting in a spot I'm not used to really made that feel very insecure. So, gotta make it more secure. So, okay, I'm just gonna quickly run through the last bar and then I'll work backwards. So, or last 2 bars. I need to remember to stretch. I'll go back a bar. E sharp. That felt a bit more stable. Going back a bar. Nope. Okay, so it's really bar 32 that is the part that's awkward. So that's actually where I should have started the drill. Not at bar 34. But, yeah, lesson learned. So less awkward. So I'll try that again. Nope. Okay, good. So D12. Here we go again. That was line 12. Come on, give me a different line. Line 2. Sure. I might actually start the pickup going into bar 5, because that is the third entrance of the subject. So. So that entrance was extremely rough because I'm really not used to starting there. Okay. Fingering. Okay, I'm gonna push forward a bit. That's an interesting spot. Okay, I'm going to pick one more random spot. 3. Well, I already just ran through line 3, so one more. 3 again. No, give me something new, dice. Okay, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bar 24, sure. Oh, actually, I'll do the pickup going into bar 24. That'll make a bit more sense. So we got... I need to make sure I'm holding that. No. I'm holding the wrong note down. Holy crud. Okay. G sharp. A. Okay. This is a good spot to drill, apparently. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. This definitely does need more work. I think what I might play around with next time is put the harder pieces up front, where when you're most alert, and then we'll do the easier stuff at the beginning. But maybe put maybe one easy one at the beginning as a warm-up and then jump into the big stuff. Our brains kind of need that break, so probably want to put the hardest stuff at the beginning, like I said, when you're most alert. And then the stuff that doesn't need as much work or brain power towards the end. So... I mean, it's interesting that now I'm ending with my piece, which, well, doesn't need tons of work. It's kind of just at the needs lots of run-throughs stage. I think what I'll do, though, is I'll just zoom in on the second page, or I'll start at the spot I labeled C and just drill C and D, the middle, just to get a bit more comfortable with it. The recordings that I've been studying, the ornamentation gets a little more complex with each repetition of this theme. So I'll have to kind of sit and I have to study my couperin, Art of Playing the Harpsichord book a little bit more and decide what I want to do. Or maybe just play around with it. It's going to be a combination of the two. See what options were typical, I guess, back in the day, and then play around and see what comes more naturally. So I'll work on C and I'll work on D, and then we'll call it. I do need to pick up treats for the piano party tomorrow. We're doing it online, obviously, just for safety's sake, because pandemic. But definitely need party treats. So yeah, those of you who aren't familiar with the piano parties, my students and I wind up doing like a game as a warm-up. We got a few newbies to the studio, so it'll give the students a chance to get to know each other. And then we'll jump into performances, and then we'll wrap up with a game of Among Us or 2 games. It depends on how long it takes and how many imposters we decide to have. So that can make things interesting. It'll be interesting to actually see how the students think. Although it's much easier for me to gauge that when we're having games day and I can see them interacting in person. Actually watching them play games gives me a really good sense of their learning style too. So plus it's fun. It's fun. All right, Les Sauvages. That was a little bit of a brain break, which obviously I needed. Alrighty. Running through C, running through E. Wait, D. C and E are almost alike, so okay, let's give this a shot. So we got. Okay, so the leaps. Okay, I've got to figure out what to do. It's a lot of mordants. Maybe I should try some trills or turns. I don't know. Okay, let me try that on the second pass. I'll try turns. Hang on, what key am I in? G minor, so. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's try that again. So if I do a turn there, it'll be. And if I do a turn here. So I've heard this too. Or even though it's written. I don't know. I'll have to, again, listen to different recordings, study any literature that's written on these pieces. Okay, D section. We'll go back to mordants because they're cool. Ooh. That was a big piece of dust. That was the air purifier. Mordant again, sure. I don't know. I could try trills. I'll try another trill. Try another trill there for funsies. Oh no, because this hand's got a trill. I'll try another set of trills for fun. No, mordants. We'll go back to mordants. I'm home free. I might as well run through the last section. I'll have to play with that. Sure. It's the last time, so let's be fancy. Sure, I don't know. I'll play with that. Okay, so I'm inching closer to the goal speed that I've heard some of this. I think what I'll need to really focus on with this piece from here on in is just what my plan is for the ornaments. Because ornamentation's a huge part of French Baroque music. Well, of Baroque music, but especially all the recordings I've heard of French Baroque. So, and I forgot to change that because this is so definitely not Bach. That was Rameau, Les Sauvages. So that takes us to the end, actually. I was going to do some technique because that's actually a nice way to end. But it's been, according to this, 1 hour and 40 minutes, and it's a good time for a stretch break. I do want to do a little bit of reorganizing. I just want to reposition things here and get party snacks. So whatever you wind up doing this weekend, have a great time. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay warm. That as well, because it is wintertime. And yes, thanks for checking out the video. Be sure to check the rest of the channel out. There's lots of demos. There's going to be more technical requirements videos coming out. Since I'm moving that up on the priority list, between that and office work, so those two have to kind of move up the priority list together. Yeah, neither are really sexy. Neither of them are really fun, so I'm gonna have to stock up on treats or something to make it a little bit more palatable. I don't know, we'll see. But yes, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, notification bell, all that jazz, and we'll catch you next time. So don't forget, next stream is going to be next Friday at 2 p.m. So it'll be most Fridays at 2. That'll also give me some time to, do some of those other ideas that I've been planning to roll out for the channels. So look forward to that.